Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
Water is very expensive to tap. Life and safe living, however, depends on availability of water for human consumption, animal husbandry, and cultivation. Fact-checking the activities of government in OSUN State on water provision, management, and deployment, one is not in doubt excited by investment in water resources, especially the courage of their delicate administration to correct the inadequacies in the sector. On Living Spring Update today, we are examining the operations of the Ministry of Water Resources, particularly how the state government, through the ministry, has righted the wrongs which the previous government have caused and which have denied the people access to this very important life commodity for a decade and 2 years. My name is Tomilola Daniel, and it's my pleasure to anchor episode 7 of a program designed to examine the sectoral performances of their delicate administration in 2 years of purposeful leadership.
The state is possessed of a rich aquatic landscape, most of which are yet to be explored and appreciated. The state was, however, fortunate to have benefited from programs and policies of government from the era of regional administration to military interregnum, when existing water dams were reactivated, modernized, and expanded. In particular interest was the reorganization of the old Ede Water Works by the military government. That action made the Ede Water Works one of the 3 upgraded dams of international standard in the country. Unfortunately, the good story did not continue and the groundwater works slided into disuse. Hope got rekindled when the Olagunsoye Onyilola administration decided to reposition the water sector. It built 37 mini water schemes in all local government areas of Osun State, specifically to extend the benefit of clean water for consumption and agricultural activities in the rural communities. What remained was to pipe water to benefiting communities. The dream was, however, aborted by the unexpected removal of the Onyilola administration and refusal of the 2 succeeding APC government to complete the last phase of the scheme. Today, the story is changing for the better. The Adeleke administration is implementing a blueprint that is opening up the state for the advantages of adequate potable water supply and aquatic resource management. Osun State Commissioner for Water Resources, Honorable Lufemi Oroniyi, said the government's reactivation of the moribund water schemes and large dams takes cognizance of the pivotal role of water as a means of life sustenance, revenue, and wealth creation. The Commissioner told Living Spring Update that the government's blueprint will lead to the realization of major objectives of turning around the natural water resources of the state.
In all our schemes, in the Water Corporation, Osun State Water Corporation, we have 12 water schemes. In Stowasa, we have about 37 water schemes there. In Ruwesa is they are on a bowl underground water. They deal with a bowl. We have a program now. If you are thinking all the 332 balls sunk by the governor at the first year of his tenure, well, when we now came on board, I invited all the West officers in all the local government, identify the locations, and at the same time, let us see how we can sustain. So we now came up with an idea that we need to establish what we call WASHCOM. Water Supply, Sanitation and Hygiene Committees. So each bowl has a committee that is managing the borehole in that area. And to a small or to some extent, we do encourage them with some incentives so that they keep on going. And at the same time, they can even generate little fund by which the borehole can be sustained. So these are that's on the line of bowl. The issue of the schemes, when we talk water, water is purely engineering, and the issue is if you fail to amend or to replace a one boat, you fail to replace it today, you fail to replace tomorrow. Next tomorrow, it will start to generate another problem for another component or another part. And from there, it will escalate if you fail to maintain, even at the smallest amount of money. So, but what we want to do now is that we want to start rehabilitating them one by one. And once we rehabilitate them, we now place a program that will make all the schemes sustain for many years. The schemes that are under STOWASA were all executed during Oyinlola's tenure. And Oyinlola made sure that he funded the maintenance. But after he left, we had problem of continuity in maintaining them. And since then, they became moribund. So now we are trying to bring them back to life, and that is why we have that Alright Gbomina. Alright Gbomina is one of the projects of Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola. And since 2010 that the Oyinlola left, no maintenance, nothing, no production of water. And it now became a moribund, a completely ruined place. We went there before we started the project. It was a complete ruin. So when we approached the governor, he graciously approved the rehabilitation of that place. And if you go there now, Alright Gbomina has changed, especially the water scheme there, has changed to even an industrial place. I want to tell you that because it's an act of engineering. When you get there, the wear aspects, engineers are there, the water treatment plant engineers are there, the reticulations, they are there, and they are working around the clock to ensure that they deliver on time.
I am Engineer Joseph Sabi Jubri. I'm a staff of Novena Engineering Services Nigeria Limited, Lagos. That is the contractor for this project, and the project is located in Alright Gbomina. It is rehabilitation and reconstruction of mini water scheme for Alright Gbomina and Okeila to supply those two communities. And as you can all see, as they are also seeing, the project is going on. It has started well. All the components and the scope of the work are being attended to. Principally, we are on the dam side. That is the existing dam that we are going to rehabilitate, we are going to reconstruct. It was a dam that was constructed and there were failures. Failure in the aspect of the weir, that is the spillway. The main spillway here at my back could not discharge the flood waters. So because of that, another spillway was constructed as an auxiliary or emergency spillway, which is the weir, and it also failed. Hence, the whole scheme suffered by loss of the dam.
My name is Engineer Babatunde Taweni, and it's my pleasure to comment on the laudable project in the area of water supply that is going on presently in Alright Gbomina water supply scheme by the initiative of the OSUN State Governor, His Excellency Governor Ademola Adeleke. This is one of several initiatives, several legacy projects being embarked upon by His Excellency. I count it all joy, to be a significant part of this project. being the project manager on this project, representing Novena Engineering, I want to congratulate the people of OSUN State in general, and also the people of Ora Igbomina community, and also our Okela community for what the governor is doing to better the lives of the people. So what are our deliverables? We want to see that as water is life, we want to give life to our people. This will go a long way in eradicating waterborne diseases. It will go a long way in ameliorating the problem of food shortage. It will go a long way in irrigating the downstream communities, even the upstream communities. Because this climate change, which is resulting from global warming and all sorts of things, can actually be tackled effectively by irrigation.
And as you can see, the job is going on. Just within a few weeks of being mobilized to site, I think you can see what and the changes that are taking place in the landscape of this area.
This is Ora Igbomina mini water scheme under reconstruction and rehabilitation under the leadership of Governor Ademola Adeleke, the executive governor of OSUN State, the people's governor. He made a promise that he's going to bring life back to OSUN, that he's going to bring life back to this particular project. As a matter of fact, water is life. And this also, as you know, testifies to the fact that Mr. Governor is people's governor and he loves his people. That is why he's bringing this project back. I want to say many thanks to His Excellency for remembering my people. I want to say many thanks to Mr. Governor for remembering Ifedayo, for remembering Ora Igbomina and Okela in particular on this project. I want to assure him that come rain, come sunshine, this great local government shall continue to give his support to his administration. This local government will continue to support him. And by the grace of God, we want to assure him by the grace of God, by the mighty grace of God, his second term is sure and safe by the grace of God.
For the Ede Works, Ede Works has the capacity of supplying to about 12 local governments in the state. And it has the capacity of 180,000 metric ton cubic meter, 180,000 cubic meter per day. Because we have about 2 or 3 reservoirs. There is one in Okebale, there is one in Otaifun, and in Ede, we have one in Wode area. We have one there. So all these, they complement the activities there so that the reticulation, the distribution will be very easier. The water goes to Ife axis, and from this side, it goes to Irekpodun, Orolu, and Olorunda. Part of Ikirun also are tapping from the 180,000 in Ede Works here. We want to jump to other local government, other schemes also, and ensure that the water we are giving to our people is truly portable. When I got to Irigesha yesterday, I gave credence to my governor that he was able to climb that mountain to that level where he spoke on that, because I got there too, and I know it was a very tedious movement up to that place. But so for him to reach that peak, I give it to him. And I want to tell Osun people that we have got a governor that is so considerate and very passionate about having a very good life for our people. He knows very well that there are 2 projects there. Tourism is there, and at the same time, water supply, because we have the water scheme there. There is one that's been that was constructed by EU, but that was never completed and never handed over to the state. But there is many one done by executed by the state government. That is the area we want to work on now, and the water sector, to ensure that the water supply is brought back to the community. Mo tó fẹ́ lo àsìkò láti sọ fún àwọn ará Iléṣà nítorí pé iṣẹ́ omi Iléṣà iṣẹ́ tó tóbi ni. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ní agbára láti produce 60,000 cubic meter per day. A dẹ̀ lọ sí Àtàkùmọ̀sà, a lọ sí Òbòkun, dé a lọ sí Òbòkun, dé a wá sí Orí Adé, ibi tí spread omi yẹn dé. Even Iléṣà gangan fúnra ara wọn gan 60,000 yẹn wọ́n lè consume ẹ̀ gan tán, because a ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ àti ilé-ìwé níbẹ̀ tí wọ́n nílò omi. So tàbá àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìṣòro là ní lórí pé àwọn kan gbé wa lọ ilé ẹjọ́, pàápàá jùlọ àwọn contractor tí wọ́n ti lò tipẹ́, wọ́n gbé wa lọ ilé ẹjọ́. Tàbá ti ṣe yẹn tán, then wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́, then wọ́n ń wa góòlù ní ibẹ̀, ó sì ti ba omi jẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Tómi tí raw water bá ti bàjẹ́ ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ, agbára àti treat ẹ̀ láti sọ di tí wọ́n ó lò yóò lágbára díẹ̀, torí pé tí wọ́n fi ń fọ gold níbẹ̀ yẹn a pè tí wọ́n fi ń fọ ní mercury yẹn gan ó tún léwu. Nígbà tí wọ́n bá ń fọ ó tún léwu fún àwọn èèyàn. Nígbà rẹ̀ òun lọ bómi yẹn ṣe dọ̀tí, òun lọ wá sí odò Ọ̀ṣun, tó wá sí bí Ọ̀ṣun Òṣogbo. Téèyàn bá dé bí omi Ọ̀ṣun Òṣogbo nísìnyí, ẹ rí i pé ó dúdú gan, tí ò ṣe iṣẹ́ ìsìn tí wọ́n máa fi ń ṣe. So òun ló lọ bẹ́yẹn níbi ọ̀nà bàbá ọ̀nà, tẹ́ bá ti rí níbi réèlì yẹn, ẹ̀rọ omi yẹn tó lọ tó pọ́n, iṣẹ́ mining activities tí wọ́n ń ṣe ni òun ló jẹ́ kómi yẹn ó dúdú bó ṣe dúdú yẹn. A lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ omi láti máa produce láì jẹ́ pé a bá stop àwọn tí wọ́n wà ní tí wọ́n ń ṣe mining yẹn.
OSUN has a past history of a state which hosts several mini and large water schemes. The 37 mini water schemes, in addition to more than 4 major water dams, make the state very positioned to operate in full capacity all processes of adequate water supply for personal, agricultural, and industrial services. Many of these schemes located in Dagbolu, Esaoke, Orile-Owu, Igbaye, Ora Igbomina, Araromi-Owu, among others, are the envy of other states without such opportunities. Since Governor Ademola Adeleke assumed office on the 10th of November 2022, he has not hidden his resolve to make safe water available. What did he do? The sinking of solar-powered motorable boreholes in the 322 wards of the state was the first bold step he took to save the people from being exposed to contaminated water. The Special Advisor to the Governor on Small Towns and Urban Water Regulatory Commission, Princess Oyeboade Oyewale Afolabi, recalled that the capacity of the ministry to service water requirement of 55,098 inhabitants in rural, semi-rural, and urban areas of the state was heavily compromised before Governor Ademola Adeleke took office in 2022.
Under small town, small town covers, like the name entails, small towns. That's where we take care of people that are between the population of 5,000 and 19,999. We have rural water, that's the RUWESA. They take care of from 1 to 4,999. That's the rural sector. But in my own, the small town, we take care of 5,000 to 19,999. While the urban sector, that's the water corporation, takes care of 20,000 upwards. So, but under our own sector, before we came in, we had less than 2 schemes working staggeredly. But now, at least we can say we have like 7 working now. So we hope to increase that, because you know how water sector is. Before you can rehabilitate a sector, a dam or a scheme, it doesn't take less than 200, 500 million to do it. And the state we met it when we got to the state was not a good state. So we have to be taking it one by one. Those dams have processes. They have filtration units. They have we have lab that we use to, after the water has gone through the normal process, the final water has to be taken to the lab to test it. Each sector in the Ministry of Water Resources has a lab in their agency. The small town has, and the water regulatory has, the UESA has. So they have a lab. Majorly, most mini labs are in each scheme and dams, so that they will know the kind of water is coming out. When they produce the water, they will take it to the lab to see if the water is really potable for consumption.
Rehabilitating the moribund water sector in Osun State required a huge financial outlay. Between 200 and 500 million naira will have to be carved out from the purse of the government to achieve that. Getting round these ambitious projects demands contact and collaboration. The Ministry of Water Resources, according to its commissioner, is exploring the links created by the state government to realize this, despite the challenges it inherited from the APC administration in the execution of the Elisha Water Project and others. The General Manager, Small Towns, Water Supply and Sanitation Agency, Princess Toyin Ashaolu, who read out the breathtaking achievements of Governor Adeleke to turn around the water sector in the state within a short time in office, said the reactivations and ongoing works to fix the broken down water schemes in different parts of the state are signs of good omen for the people whose lives are now safer and who can pursue the legitimate ventures that are water serviced without hitch. Princess Ashaolu is happy that government is receiving support and encouragement from communities where the water schemes and boreholes are located. She sees these as a signpost of progress and development, which the Adeleke administration is working on.
I want to assure the communities that are yet to get our water, our mini scheme resuscitated, that they should not be bothered, because we have people's governor who is a listening governor, yearning to the people's voice. We are going to do some of the moribund mini scheme by God's grace. Gómìnà wa a máa dúpẹ́ o fún àwọn ìlú yìí. Ìrora ìgbómìnà omi yẹn báyìí làwọn ni contractor ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Omi yẹn sì ibi tí omi yẹn rìn dé títí dé boundary Èkìtì, Ọ̀rá, Òkè Ìlá àti gbogbo àwọn Ìfẹ́dayọ̀ káàkiri bẹ́yẹn lomi yìí máa dé nígbà tán bá ṣe tán. Wọ́n ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Bákan náà ni Olúpọ̀nà omi ibẹ̀ àti ṣe ó ń ṣiṣẹ́. Èkó Èndé Ìníṣà àti ṣe náà lásìkò tí gómìnà wa yìí tí wọ́n dé orí àléfà ni wọ́n ṣe. Bákan náà ni Arárọ̀mí Òwu òun náà ń ṣiṣẹ́ àti Tótó Ìgẹ̀gẹ́. Àwọn eléyìí tá tiẹ̀ tún sì ń dúró dè báyìí wípé torí gọ́vnà ti approve ẹ̀, àwọn náà ni Ìpẹ̀tù Ìjẹ̀ṣà, Ìrè Ẹ̀rìpá àti Dágbólu. Àwọn yìí láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà iṣẹ́ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí rẹ̀. So nígbà tí a bá fi máa rí oṣù mélòó kan ní sísìn, mo gba Ọlọ́run gbọ́ wípé pẹ̀lú akitiyan gómìnà wa lórí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun lọ́rọ̀ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ omi, bí 20 nínú àwọn mini water scheme wa a ti máa ṣiṣẹ́. Mo sì tún wá ń fi àsìkò yìí rọ gbogbo àwọn ìlú tí omi yìí ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ wípé àwọn ọmọdé wọ́n fẹ́ràn láti máa fi omi ṣeré. Táwọn òbí bá ti ń rí àwọn ọmọ níbi omi, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lé wọn, torí pé tán bá fi omi ṣeré wọ́n á ba nǹkan jẹ́, wọ́n á ba táàpù jẹ́, mo tún fẹ́ fi yé wa o, kì í ṣe àwọn ọmọdé nìkan ni kí gbogbo ìlú máa fi ojú lálákàn fi ń ṣọ́ orí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a máa wo àwọn tó ń ṣa ike káàkiri. Wọ́n ń jí àwọn nǹkan wa o, wọ́n ń jí wọn, kò sì dára tó. Àwọn wọ̀nyí ni kí community kọ̀ọ̀kan kí wọ́n máa lé sọnù, kán máa fi ṣe ojúlalá kan fi ń ṣọ́rí, ká ẹ má jẹ́ kán wú páìpù wa tàbí kán ba nǹkan wa jẹ́. Mo sì tún fẹ́ rọ àwọn aráàlú ẹ bá ti rí omi tí ọ̀pá omi bàjẹ́ ẹ tètè kàn sí iléeṣẹ́ wa lọ́gán láàdá yín lóhùn látètè lọ tún un ṣe. Then mo tún fẹ́ ṣàlàyé fún wa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ àwọn ìlú tí omi ti ń yọ yìí ẹ bá wa máa san owó omi. Owó omi ìwọ̀nba owó kéékèèké là ń gbà lọ́wọ́ aráàlú, kì í ṣe owó tó gara, fún ká lè fi máa tú àwọn nǹkan tó bàjẹ́ ṣe náà ni. Tá a bá wo kẹ́míkà gan tí ìjọba ń rà, aráàlú ò lè sanwó ẹ̀ tán, ṣùgbọ́n mo bẹ̀ yín kí gbogbo ẹ̀ lè jẹ́ ìrọ̀rùn fún gbogbo wa, ẹ jẹ́ kí a bójútó nǹkan tí ìjọba ń pèsè fún wa.
Àwọn bàbá wọn ní iṣẹ́ yẹn làdúrà rẹ̀, kò sí bí èèyàn ó ṣe ní béèyàn ó ṣe wà gẹ́gẹ́ bí gómìnà tí ò ní ní ọ̀tá tàbí tí ò ní ní ẹni tí ó bú, ṣùgbọ́n àdúpẹ́ pé gómìnà wa ò wo gbogbo àárín yẹn, wọ́n tó ń bá iṣẹ́ lọ ní. So àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún ìgbé ayé gómìnà wa, torí pé wọ́n ní àfojúsùn tó dára fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. And anytime tẹ́ bá jí gómìnà wa báyìí, Ọ̀ṣun ni, pé wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ni, especially Ọ̀ṣun people, my people, my people, my people. And tẹ́ bá tẹ̀ give address, he will say our government. Àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n máa wí pé my government, but our government. Wọ́n rí pé àgbájọwọ́ la fi ń ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tí à ń ṣe. So wọ́n á dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn gan. Mo sì gbàdúrà pé next time, next election tá a ṣe, a mọ̀ pé ìlú ni ó sọ̀rọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n iṣẹ́ wọn yóò sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa fún ìlú láti lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n tó di gómìnà lẹ́ẹ̀kejì sí lágbára Ọlọ́run. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó sì rí.
State of Osun, a state which derives its name from a river. This identity speaks of land with aquatic splendor to flaunt to the whole world. The Ministry of Water Resources has been working around the clock to meet the target of available, affordable, and quantity water supply to every part of Osun State. Reactivation, upgrading, and expansion of the water sector is the key government is using to unlock water resource potential of Osun, the state of the living spring. And that's a curtain drawn on Living Spring Update for today, episode 7. Join us again next week. I am Tomilola Daniel. Bye for now.
Living Spring Update is a production of the Office of the Spokesperson to the Governor, Governor's Office, Osogbo.